In this video, I am going to write in a different place every day for the next 7 days. The place that I write can be at my home, it can be outside of my house. The only requirement is that every single day I must write in a location that I have not written yet this week. Hello everyone, my name is Jackie. I am an agented author of historical mystery novels, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a very fun week-long writing challenge, and we'll see if I can potentially discover a new favorite place to write. This is just meant to be a fun vlog, and I'm going to keep you updated on how my word count is throughout the week. So I think it only makes sense to start this vlog off writing in the place that I write most frequently, which is my desk. I don't usually sit in here with the blinds closed like this. However, the lighting is so terrible in here right now. Even with my ring light, it's coming across as super hazy looking. Blame it on the afternoon natural light. Now, this is the place that I write most frequently because I do work a 9-to-5, and this is where I sit pretty much all day working my remote job. So frequently when I have a few minutes to spare during the day, I will work on whatever writing project I'm working on at the time. And though obviously that may only be a few hundred words at a time, it does really add up at the end of the day. So this is where we're going to start our little writing experiment. And I will be keeping track of my word count throughout the week in my little notebook. I started using this last year to track my word counts for everything that I am writing, and I will be doing that through this experiment as well. The project that I'm working on is a historical mystery project. I am going to be a little bit tight-lipped about it right now because I just need to see how things go. I will say, if you have watched my channel regularly, this idea may not completely take you by surprise. It is something that I mentioned being interested in doing in the past. So if you're an eagle-eyed viewer, when I finally reveal what it is, you may know what I'm talking about. But this is where I am starting my writing experiment today, day 1. So let's get right to it. I actually just started off here by going over what I wrote yesterday. And just by tidying it up, I added 275 words. So, not bad for a couple stolen minutes during the workday. I just explained to you what I was going to do today and then realized I never turned the microphone on, so there was no sound. Take 2. But it's been a busy day. It's the end of the workday now, and I'm not going to have a lot of time to write tonight. I think for today's location, we're going to choose the bed, and I'm going to do a quick 20-minute writing sprint just to see what I can get done. Yesterday during the workday, I managed, I think I said 275 words, and then I wrote a little bit more at my desk at 5 o'clock, and the total for the day was 963 words. So I don't know if it's going to be a huge number of words today since I'm a little pressed for time, but we're just going to do a quick 20-minute sprint to see what I can add to my draft. I like to do a writing sprint now and again because I think they're really good for just turning your brain off and just writing the words. Sometimes when you're doing a first draft, you can really obsess over, is what I'm writing good or not? And the thing is, for the first draft, you just need to get the words on the page. Don't worry about it. So I think writing sprints are really good for that because they're really helpful when I just need to turn my brain off and just get something done. I really like Bethany Atazada's writing sprints videos. She also has some live streams that I've done before, and I think I'm just going to pull up a YouTube video with some nice background music and a 20-minute timer, so that's the plan. I haven't watched this channel before, but it says it's a 20-minute beach timer, so I might try this one. Okay, so for this sprint, I wrote 811 words in 20 minutes. Now, are all of those words going to stay in my draft? Maybe not, because I was just typing furiously, not really thinking about it, just write. But that's okay, because the point of the writing sprint is just to get the words down, and you can always edit them later. The point of draft 1 is just to write your book, and later you can worry about the rest. So not too bad for an impromptu writing sprint. Tomorrow for day 3, I'm going to think of something a little more fun for you to watch. My hair got super wavy after the shower. I probably should fix the part that's out here, but I kind of like it. I don't know, does it look dumb or is it a vibe? I kind of like it. I know I said goodbye for the day already, however, it is now 10 p.m. and I kind of really want to continue the scene that I started earlier, so I think I'm gonna get in bed, get cozy, and write just a teeny bit more before I have to go to sleep tonight. If you're gonna get comfy and have a cozy bed writing session, you have to have your fuzzy socks. Can't stay up too late, but let's just get comfy and just do a little bit more, a few more 100 words. Full transparency, I am not in the best mood today. I think my day just started off on the wrong foot because I woke up, I looked at my phone, and one of the first things that my phone recommended to me was a headline about a certain someone who shall remain nameless. And I think ever since then, I've just been cranky. I've been having my little fatalistic mindset, and I just feel like, I need this day to be over. I need to start again tomorrow. But I'm still doing this 7-day writing experiment. So today, I'm not going to do anything with too much pressure. I'm just going to try to chill and get a few words down. So I'm actually thinking that tonight, I'm going to put my pajamas on, I'm going to get on the couch with a nice blanket, maybe a candle, and just write for maybe 15, 20 minutes, IDK. Not a very long time, I'm not really in the mood, but just try to relax and get a little bit done. And that's totally fine because I do not need to write 1,000, 2,000 words every single day. Obviously, it's always great when you have a really successful writing day, but some days you're just not in that right headspace. So I'm just going to do what I can, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. It is the next day after dinner. I have not written a single word all day today, but tonight I'm going to go outside and write for maybe a half an hour or so. Unfortunately, it is now overcast outside. However, I already put my sunscreen on, so I'm committed. This part that I'm currently on in the book, I've been struggling a little bit, and honestly, I think perhaps I need to go back, delete the last few paragraphs, and change the direction of the scene a little bit. I think maybe the reason I'm getting stuck is because I'm not sure how to follow up what I just wrote, so I think maybe deleting that exchange of dialogue might get me unstuck. Maybe that dialogue just doesn't need to be there at this point. So let's go, let's give it a try, and hopefully it won't start pouring down rain before I can get some words down, because that wouldn't be very fun to watch. Buttercup is happy out here, though. Look, she is asleep. Hi, sweetie. It was sunnier out here earlier, and it's looking a little cloudy, a little gray now, but that's okay. It is 80 degrees right now, even at 6 p.m., so maybe I'll just stay cooler. Also, sorry that a plane chose this exact moment to fly by. That is really annoying. I tried to put the camera on the planter to get a nice aesthetic shot, and it is not working out, you guys. My phone has fallen on the table 3 times, and it is humid out here. I really have no idea what my hair is going to look like by the time this is over with, so wish me luck. Hello, beautiful girl. Do you hear that? I think it's gonna storm soon. We may have to go in soon, honey. I went back and redid this part, so I think maybe that was a little bit better. I'm not quite sure what line to end this chapter on. That's still kind of eluding me a little bit, but I'm just gonna try to keep up my momentum. I always say in these videos that when you're working on something, you don't have to obsess over making it perfect right away, because you can always go back and edit later, but right now I'm having a hard time taking my own advice, to be honest. So do as I say, not as I do. I just need to keep on keeping on, and obviously you can always go back and you can edit the things that you wrote later. You just need to get the words down on the page so that you have something to edit. All right, well, I think it's about time to go back inside. Sorry that the weather turned out to be not so great. While I was outside, I wrote 528 words, so not incredible, but it's something. I might write a little bit more now that I'm inside, but I might also just call it quits for the day and try again tomorrow. Okay, today is, I think, day 5 of this writing experiment, and we're gonna sit outside in the rocking chairs. My hair looks a little messy because I went for a walk before this, but whatever. We have all the Easter decorations out here, like this wreath, this little tree with fake eggs on it. Can't afford to put real eggs on anything in this economy. And these bunny pillows. Little bunny tails. I'm going to take it off before I sit down because I actually think these are more comfortable without the pillows on, but they're cute, aren't they? It is a little windy, but that's okay. Dinner is in 20 minutes, so let's just do like a 20-minute sprint and see what I can get done. Okay, so it's been 18 minutes and I got down 530 words. Not terrible, but not great. I do think I'm a little stuck because I think I really need to reread the part where I left off just to get back into the scene. I did, though, go back to an earlier part where I realized I forgot something, and so I was able to get that done in those 18 minutes. I think later tonight, just in the house, I'm gonna work on it a little bit more just to see if maybe I can get at least another 500 words for the day. But, hey, not bad for 18 minutes work. Hello, it is day 6 of this experiment, and Drizzle is here, so shout out to whatever commenter said they wanted more Drizzle content. Here she is. For some reason, she always wants me to pet her when I'm like trying to get ready for the day. When I come in here to pick out my outfit, that's always when she follows me in here and wants pets. I don't know why. Thinking about what I want to wear, but I did actually start writing today while I was having breakfast. So I could wear this. I just got this. The tag is still on it. I don't know though. And today, my plan is I'm going out for lunch. Then after lunch, I'm going to go to the library and do some more writing at the library. And I also have some stuff to return, so I think that'll be a good place to go. And then tonight, I am going to see Les Mis at the theater with my mom and my mom's friends. So we're just going to see how much I can get done before that. I don't really have any plans for the day other than lunch and the show this evening, so hopefully I can get some nice writing done at the library. I think I'm going to wear this. I'm going to wear this top. Okay. So that's the plan for the day. Oh, Drizzle is so cute over there. I wish you could see it. But that's what's going on. See you at the library. There is actually one more thing that I want to do this morning before I leave, which is actually print out some of my notes for this project. When I've been working, I've had my outline open and also my character descriptions, and I think if I just print them out, then I won't have to have as many tabs open on my computer, though this is the longest outline I've ever written, so maybe printing it out is not a good idea. I'm also going to look and see, okay, this morning, this was my word count, and we'll look in my notebook. My word count yesterday was this. So this morning while I was having breakfast, I wrote 1,358 words. That is really, really good, and the day is not over yet. So I definitely think I could make this a 2,000 word writing day easily. We'll have to go to the library, see how much time I have. Going to lunch around 1:30, and then I just have to be back home to get changed for the theater. It's not dressy, but I think I'm gonna put just a casual dress on because, I don't go out to the theater very often at all, so I thought it would be fun just to, put a cute outfit on and get dressed up for my night out. Hello, I'm back from the library. I am not sure how many words I actually got written down while I was there because my Word, for some reason, kept turning my document into a read-only document, and I was having a really hard time saving. There was one paragraph that I literally had to write 3 times, and I don't know why this was happening. As soon as I got home, I tested it, and now it seemingly is working fine. So I'm not really sure how much I actually accomplished at the library today. I'll tally it up later, but this is really frustrating to me because I was actually having an issue, I think I mentioned before, where I was using an older version of Word and I had this issue where it would continually turn my documents into read-only documents. So I actually got a new version of Word and paid for it because my Word was so old that it couldn't update anymore, and I thought maybe it was a bug. So the fact that this is still happening to me with the new version of Word that I just paid for really makes me angry. Luckily, it seems like it's okay now, but I just hate that this is happening to me because I just paid for this Word. Anyways, I have to go sort my laundry and then change into my dress for the theater tonight. So that is it for today. Talk for the last day, day 7. I currently have my phone propped up on some jewelry boxes, and the first time I tried to prop it up, I knocked everything over and nearly broke my microphone system. Like the part you plug into the phone so that the microphone works. I think it's working. I freaked out for a second. Okay, calm. We're calm. And then I paused the video and suddenly everything fell over again, so we're moving somewhere else, all right? Adventures in vlogging, but today is day 7 of our writing challenge, and just going to tell you a little bit about what I'm doing today. I need to go get my nails done, and for the final day, I think I'm going to go to a coffee shop to write. Name a more iconic duo than writers and coffee shops. I mean, writers love to go to coffee shops because writing obviously is an activity that you do at your house a lot of the time, and a coffee shop is a good place to get a change of scenery, have a nice low-key vibe, and be able to get your work done while being out in public and just having a change of scenery. And I do think a change of scenery can be very beneficial for the writing process, hence this experiment. But because I go to coffee shops so frequently to write and so frequently in my writing vlogs, I'm going to challenge myself to see if I can think of a coffee shop that I haven't been to in a vlog before. So I'm going to go a little further afield to just have a new place that I haven't written at before. Because I do think I go to the same couple of coffee shops very frequently, so I'm trying to think of a place that I haven't filmed in before. I'm still mulling it over a little bit in my mind. But to tell you a little bit about what I'm going to work on today, I'm going to continue a scene that I started yesterday, and I also want to do a little bit of Googling while I'm out today for the scene that I'm writing. That's the day's plan. I'm gonna get my manicure, and then I will talk to you when I get home to see what we accomplished today and wrap up this vlog. Hello, it is now much later, so just to quickly wrap up the day as I start getting ready for bed, I went to a local coffee shop that I'd only ever been to, I think, like once before, and I definitely never vlogged there. Had a nice time, had a nice mocha, and got, I think, like 1,300, 1,400 words done, something around there. And I actually really liked what I worked on today. I know I'm being tight-lipped about my current project, but I appreciate your patience, and I'm hoping to have more details for you all soon. Obviously, I told you all when I got a literary agent that our plan was to go on sub with my book Project Dagger in January. And the thing about being on sub is there's not really a lot to talk about because you're mostly just waiting for publishers to get back to you and to move things along. And it's not like, you're going to tell people every time you got a positive or negative response from a publisher. Like, that's just more of like a private thing. You just have to wait and see. So I know a lot of you have asked for updates, and I'm hoping that there will be more updates that I can share. But for now, I appreciate your patience. I'm hoping that you enjoyed this return to the writing vlogs, and hopefully more concrete things will be coming very, very soon. But for now, I really am happy with what I wrote today. It was a good day, and we're gonna wrap up this vlog tomorrow. Also, here's the manicure that I got. It's pink and sparkly. I really like it. I think it's really cute. Hello, everybody. So ultimately, throughout this writing experiment, I ended up writing over 8,000 words. And while it was fun, I do not plan to do this every week because that is a lot of words on top of working my 9 to 5. The day that I wrote the most ended up being the day that I went to the library, though I did kind of also cheat because I did write some of those words while I was sitting at my kitchen counter having breakfast. My apologies if you hear somebody's leaf blower in the background. Guys, wait, I'm filming here. Obviously, on the weekends, I have more time to write, and that does skew the results a little bit, but hopefully you had fun watching this vlog. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and why don't you leave a flower emoji in the comment section if you made it all the way through? I will have more writing videos coming very, very soon, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and check out this video if you want to see me try Agatha Christie's writing routine. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. I'll talk to you very, very soon.